Okay. The fact that if you say anything at all about Israel, one side or the other of people is going to blow a cork is a problem. Um, there's a lot more to the story. There's a lot more here than just support Israel or don't support Israel. Whenever we go to the Bible and the whole bless and curse thing, that was talking to Abraham. Abraham had Ishmael and Isaac. Okay? It was saying those who bless you will be blessed, and those who curse you, Abraham, will be cursed. Okay? Abraham had Ishmael and Isaac. Ishmael had children. Isaac had Jacob and Esau. Okay? Jacob had children. Esau had children. There's a bunch of people here. And it also says that Abraham will have more seed than will be able to count. So even if you don't look at the New Testament at all, if you only look at the Hebrew text, the blessing to Abraham was to more people than could be counted, like the sands of the sea. That's what it says. That's what it says. And then when you get down to Jacob's children, the 12 tribes of Israel, 12, because Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and he had 12 sons. 12, okay? Then they were given the law. These 12 tribes were given the law. And the law consistently says, if you do this, sorry, if you do this, these will be your consequences. If you do this, you will be blessed this way. If you do this, these will be your consequences. This will cause these consequences, okay? And it said when. It said when you do this, you will have these consequences. And those consequences started pretty specifically, pretty quick. Okay, all throughout the Judges, about every 50 years, there were consequences because they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. Okay, so they would start doing bad things. You know, this was bad things to their children and stuff. Okay, this was bad things, and there would be consequences to that, as there are consequences whenever you do inhuman things. Okay. A majority of the law is just how to love your neighbor as yourself, okay? The majority of the law was just helping them know how to be nice to each other, okay? So, but they couldn't. They just couldn't do it, all right? And then with the kings, it was consequences, constant consequences. And the prophets came, and the prophet says, you know, he's judging you. He is doing this. He's judging you. It's consistent throughout scripture. So everybody thinks, for some reason, that this few little tribes in this one little strip of land that's only been a government of its own since the 1940s needs to be blessed by all the Christians of the world, no matter what they support. And that's wrong. There are things going on with that government that are not right in anybody's standards. Therefore, there is no reason we should enable that. The Bible does not tell us to enable evil. It doesn't. And you're forgetting, the people that are there are not all 12 tribes. And they're definitely not all Abraham's children. So, you know, and let's see, I had somebody that came at me with genetic tests and stuff. There's been a lot of genetic testing. A lot. And there is genetic testing that quote unquote proves or leads to that the Irish and the Scottish and the Danish are all from the tribes of Israel, and that Native American tribes are from the tribes of Israel, that the Africans are from the tribes of Israel. There are those studies too, but those studies don't get out and they get put aside because the studies that say that the people who are running the government, well, most of the governments of the world at this point, plus all of your media, plus those are the organizations. They have those organizations. They're paying those it's a conflict of interest. Those organizations that are owned by those people are the ones that are pushing those studies. So yeah, there's kind of some problems there. When you've got one group of people that predominantly runs the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, the media, in all forms of media, when you've got that one group of people, plus all politics, I mean, they've got their foot in most of the politics, definitely here in the U.S. So there's a conflict of interest to be sitting here and saying, but those are the chosen people. Wait. There were 12 tribes. What are we talking about them? No, you're not talking about them. You're talking about this one government, and God didn't set up that government. And you can say that, oh, God made this happen in the 1940s. Great. Are they letting him handle it? Are they letting him decide what happens within their government and within their laws and stuff? Because we're sure not doing that over here. So, at some point, you've got to question something. Okay, instead of just sitting here and all hands on deck, Israel's got themselves in a pickle and we need to bail them out again. Wait, why did they get themselves in a pickle? Is this consequences for their actions? Are we going to be stepping in between them and God by doing this? Because according to the Bible, that's a problem too. Okay, so I think there needs to be more conversation about this, and people need to be thinking through what is actually going on, what is actually the history, what is the context to those Bible verses altogether. Give it context altogether, okay? And, if you're talking about actually doing something that is going to bless the people of Israel, I don't think what's going on is necessarily going to bless those people or the other people of Abraham that are around them. Yeah. Okay. That's Donita's rant for the day.